you go.
Oh, so you can't get to go
So now
somewhere.
you've got a direction.
That was yours? I think you just hit the button. There's your first one.
Yeah.
So this, I think you just hit the button again on accident.
No, we'll get rid of that picture.
Ah, it's beautiful. Random section of the city.
Of course, you took a video of his knee came from the Like Wi-Fi signals, you guys all see those? Very good. Okay, those are actually known as traveler's palms. The reason they're called that is because they always grow near a water source. All right. So a traveler in need of water would be able to easily spot these. Many of them grow much taller than that. Okay, so it kind of helps us understand. Next up, which should I talk about first? There's so much to talk about. Let's go into this big old canoe here. You see this big one? This is called Wakatawa. All right. It's a Maori war canoe. It can hold about 40 people. Travel speeds around 20 miles an hour. It's used for ramming other canoes. All right. So it's very big, very strong. And the carvings there on the sides, I'm sure you guys can see those all along the sides, meant to represent the Maori ancestors. All right. They believed that if they brought their ancestors with them to war, it increased their chances of success. All right. It was a protection for them. Next up to your guys' right-hand side, we have our wonderful kingdom of Tonga. The greeting word in Tonga is malo e lele. So everyone say malo e lele.
Malo e lele.
Very good. There's our response. All right, you may have noticed I said kingdom of Tonga. Something very unique. Okay, we don't call the other Polynesian countries kingdoms. What does a kingdom always have?
King.
Very good, a king. So Tonga is the only Polynesian country that was never conquered or colonized by outside forces. All right. So because of that, to this day, they are ruled by a king and a queen. That's something unique. Everyone say aloha. Aloha. Very good.
That's a boat full there.
Maori people, as I mentioned, and the greeting word over there is kia ora. So everyone say kia ora.
Kia ora. Kia ora.
Very good. How many of you guys have heard of the haka dance? Okay, got some hand raises there, very good. That has its birthplace in Aotearoa. Originally was used, very good question, I'll get to that as soon as we're over there. The haka originally was used as a way for them to intimidate their enemies before war, all right? Nowadays, the Maoris are no longer a very warring culture, all right? So they use it a lot more for sporting events. Chances are you've seen it before an All Blacks game, very good. Rugby game, Polynesian football game. They also do it at weddings, funerals, things like that, okay? These big old statues you see here, these are called moai statues. You may recognize them more as Easter Island heads. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the Easter Islands. If you notice the things there on the tops of their heads, they maybe look like crowns or hats or something, but it's actually representative of their hair. They believed that the more hair you had, the more power you had. Okay, sort of a symbol of your standing. So if you notice that last guy over there, what do you see?
He's in trouble.
No hair, no power. You want to know why? It's because he got married. Seems like the men always laugh harder at that one. Bad joke, guys, bad joke. But moving on, they're actually, those Moai statues are from the Easter Islands, natively known as Rapa Nui. Okay, that's the native name of Easter Islands. This bridge right here, we call this our Elvis Presley Bridge. If you've seen the 1965 film Blue Hawaii, you have seen this bridge. Okay, Elvis filmed the marriage scene right here on top of this bridge. Way back when. He actually filmed a couple scenes from a couple of his movies here in the Polynesian Cultural Center. Okay, so if you want to go back and rewatch some Elvis movies, maybe you'll see some stuff that you saw while you were here. This is our old Hawaiian mission home. Here you can have some ukulele lessons. My uncle here is a professional. You can see him hard at work. Once Christian missionaries arrived in Hawaii, the Hawaiian people were able to learn how to read and write in their native language of Hawaii. Okay? So that was important because it allowed them to record their history, to record their culture, okay, all of that stuff for their posterity and as well for us to enjoy and to understand so we can learn more about them. Okay, so that was a big part of their culture. Over here, you heard me talk about Samoa. Okay, the greeting word over in Samoa is talofa. So everyone say talofa.
Jump to the next tree. Everybody say oso.
Oso.
잘 몰라요. 같이 일하니까 좀
어? 아니 나 누르지도 않고 뭐 하고 있었던 거야?
Hadouken!